Just got done stripping the frame down, full suspension's out, we're replacing everything. Frame's going out to get sandblasted. I'm going to do some repairs to the frame and then start putting it back together with all new suspension lines and hoses. Michael's 66 Chevelle, got the frame back from the sandblaster, had them paint it. They do pretty decent work. I gotta still do some modifications back there and some repairs on the frame, but it's easier to spot it in a couple of places than to ship it back and forth and all that good stuff. We went with paint instead of powder coating because it didn't come originally powder coated, and this paint is super hard. It's sort of a ceramic coating. It looks good, cleans up. Paint on my truck on the frame of that thing is like 15 years old. That's what we went with on this. I don't know the name offhand. I will find the name and post it. Really good two-part epoxy style paint. Got all the suspension, the Hotchkiss springs, and then CPP replacement stock stuff. Hotchkiss sway bar. It's a CPP steering gearbox for power steering conversion, and a lot of the right stuff. The lines are all installed. Fuel line, factory fuel line. We're not doing fuel injection or anything on it, so I just went stock line, stock location. Put some better Adels on it. But that's where we're at. Michael was just here a little while ago. I put him to work. He put that bolt on, and he put that bolt on. No, I'm just kidding. He helped. And that's it. I'm done for the day. It's Sunday. It's hot. It's 5 o'clock. I generally try to work like later into the day when it starts to cool off, but not feeling it today. Still got all the brakes and everything to put in, but I need the Loctite and torque everything on here. Everything except for the upper and lower control arm bushings. You know, I'll just tighten that stuff up and then torque it when it's got it all together, when it's put together. Has load on it. Other than that, it's coming right along. Right now I'm putting the front brake calipers and rotors and everything on, the front suspension, tightening everything up, Loctiting the stuff that needs to be Loctited, putting in the cotter pins, torquing everything. And right now I'm getting ready to pack the wheel bearings. There's two ways to do this. You can put a bunch of grease in the palm of your hand and then use the bearing to cup the grease and keep going around until you see that it actually goes into each one of those little orifices. Or if you're ever walking around the swap meet and you see something that looks like this, you should buy it. They say you can do it and not even get greasy, but you still get greasy, you just don't get super greasy. So you pop this little cap off right here. You take the bearing and you drop it down inside there. You put the plunger back in there. You push on it, centers the bearing, and then you can't just push on it. I like to step on it with my fugly shoes, and you feel it push, you feel it give just a little bit. And then when you pick this up and look in here, it's hard to do with one hand, but you see it has completely encapsulated the wheel bearing with grease in one shot. Just forced it all through. So now you take that and you install it. And that grease that's in there, you just push it around. Make sure it's fully packed. And that is a perfectly packed wheel bearing. Then I put the washer with the keyway in it, tighten it up, put the castellated nut on it, and then the lock plate and the cotter pin, and this thing is good to go. That's it, you guys. Thanks a lot. See you later. My buddy Wes is putting floors in it. I'm actually replacing half the car. So 2 quarter panels on each side. New floors already installed or tacked in. Built a fixture to hold everything so nothing moves. Got a new rear panel. This is sort of a bummer, but he was able to figure it out. Have to split the seam to make it fit correctly, both sides, about 1 inch off, but it fit well on these sides. We're gonna do the inner and outer wheel wells next. Firewall's done. Floor's all zipped in. Hey guys, what's going on? Lucky here. So I'm over at Wesley's shop. Here's a little update on Michael's, I can't really see the quality of the work there. Michael's quarter panel. You can see he clecoed it up there and then scribed the line. And then very delicately cut the top piece to match the bottom piece. He's holding on this for his apprenti to show up. All right, that's it. See you guys. New floor. What's up, Lucky? Ah, man. Hey, Wesley. Put some wheels on this thing and pushed it out. Gonna put it on the other lift. Start putting it back together. There's that fresh 396. Suspension's all together. Firewall turned out really nice. Quarter panels nice and straight. All the lines are really clean. He metal finished everything he could get to. Needs a little work still, but turned out sweet. Had to replace that rear panel too. Definitely looking cool. Michael needs to bring the hump to the floor for the factory 4-speed. There's a little panel that goes inside there.
There's the supplier, Auto Metal Direct. This stuff is pretty good. Took a little bit of a massaging here and there, but that's to be expected. New inner and outer wheel wells. Pretty jazzed. Ready to see some progress on this thing. Michael's not going to paint it for a while. Keep it looking original. We'll probably put in the recorder panels, clean it up real thoroughly. But that's it.
Appreciate it.